So the anticipation for the next-gen AMD cards is over as they have unveiled two high-end RX 7000 series cards. People had high hopes for this series given how Nvidia pissed off most gamers with its enormous price tags and burning power connectors. And surprisingly, AMD did deliver this time with reasonably priced high-end GPUs that don't require you to change your entire system. But how good are the cards compared to the flagship Nvidia GPUs? In today's video, we're going to compare the RX 7900 XT with the Nvidia RTX 4080 to figure that out. So, without further ado, let's get started. Before talking about anything else, let's just go to the design of these cards. We already know what a monstrosity the RTX 4080 is given its huge and beefy shroud. It's so big that people are facing concerns about whether it will fit their PC case or whether they should get a full tower chassis instead. Other than its chunky appearance, this card maintains quite a similar design language to the previous gen RTX series cards. It gets a total of 4 ports on the back, which include 3 DisplayPorts 1.4 and a single HDMI 2.1 port. RX 7900 XT, on the other hand, maintains a reasonable size unlike its Nvidia counterpart. It requires 2.5 slots to fit and has a length of about 276mm. The triple fan design and gunmetal finish on this card look premium yet have a minimal vibe to them. But what really caught our eyes is the dual 8-pin connector that will be used to power up this GPU. Unlike Nvidia's 16-pin connector that's apparently catching on fire, RX 7900 XTX seems to be in a much safer spot. Other than that, this card has an awesome selection of ports, which includes one HDMI 2.1, one USB Type-C, and most importantly, 2 DisplayPort 2.1 ports that are lacking on the RTX 4080. With a starting price of $899, the RX 7900 XT packs 20GB of video memory coupled with 84 ray tracing and compute units. The base frequency starts at 1500 MHz with the boosted frequency reaching up to 2400 MHz. With everything on board, this card has a typical board power of only 300 watts, and AMD recommends at least having a 750 watt power supply. At launch, there were two versions of the RTX 4080. One with 16GB of video memory and the other with 12GB, which ultimately got unlaunched after facing criticism from the public. Regardless, this card packs 9728 CUDA and 113 ray tracing cores, which is quite impressive. With a base clock speed of 2.21 GHz and a boosted frequency of up to 2.51 GHz, this card can pull out quite the punch in terms of performance. Talking about the performance, both these cards are being labeled as 4K ready, and by the looks of it, they truly can deliver that level of performance. On games such as Microsoft Flight Simulator and A Plague Tale Requiem, RTX 4080 can pull off above 100 frames per second at a much higher resolution. This is quite impressive given how it wasn't even possible with the 3090 Ti. While the RX 7900 XT is yet to be released, the specs entail that the card will pack a decent performance level for the price range it's coming from. Let's just wait for the independent benchmarks to land before jumping to any conclusion. Everything considered, the RX 7900 XT is looking really good in terms of both power and efficiency. The 300 watts of power requirement looks reasonable as you won't need a brand new power supply to run it. Unlike the RTX 40 series cards, this one is less likely to burn your house down. And the price tag seems rational as well. We will be back again with more updates on the RX 7900 XT as soon as it hits the shelves. So, that was all about the RX 7900 XT versus RTX 4080 debate. Thanks for watching. If you found this video to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon if you want to see more videos like this on your feed.